Nobody died, nothing tragic happened. The Wi Fi is just slightly slower, and somehow that is now a personal attack. Once upon a time, waiting was normal. Loading screens, buffering, slow internet, it was just life. Now, if a video takes more than zero point 0.7 seconds to start, the human brain goes, "The app is broken, the device is broken, reality is unstable." Okay, seriously though, Google discovered that 53% of mobile users abandon a page if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. 3 seconds, not 3 hours, not 3 days. 3 seconds. Our ancestors crossed oceans in wooden boats. Today, half the population is prepared to leave because a web page needed a moment to collect itself. Everything today is categorized into two groups: instant, unacceptable. There's no middle anymore. If food delivery takes 31 minutes instead of 28, emotional disturbance. If a page takes 3 seconds to load, suddenly you're staring at the screen like you've been abandoned by civilization. And nothing is actually wrong. It's just not immediate, which now feels like failure. We have trained our brains so completely for instant gratification that a 3-second delay now feels like a personal betrayal. The human species survived ice ages, then lost it because Google needed a moment to think. Modern convenience created a psychological side effect. If something is not fast, it feels broken. Amazon delivers in a day, streaming starts instantly, food shows up like teleportation is a basic service. So now anything slower feels like it is personally disrespecting you. Okay, now let's list modern crises. Wi-Fi disconnects for 4 seconds. Not minutes, seconds. Yet somehow the emotional response resembles a Victorian widow receiving bad news from the front. Video buffers, live interruption. An app logs you out, which is fascinating because the app did not betray you, it is software. Yet your reaction suggests infidelity. Password incorrect, hatred toward existence, obviously. Elevator takes too long, existential awareness of mortality. None of these are real problems, but they feel like problems because the brain has lost patience for friction. And you know what? I think there is a new category of suffering. And what is it, you may ask? A valid question. That is anything that requires one additional step. Let me explain. Click, fine. Click, confirm, unbearable. Scroll, fine. Scroll again, rage. Even tiny friction feels like disrespect, not inconvenience, disrespect. And this didn't happen randomly, obviously. It's the result of system-wide conditioning, instant messaging, one-click shopping, predictive typing, saved passwords everywhere. Like seriously, we even have auto-scroll now? How far can we fall? Stanford researcher BJ Fogg found that making something easier dramatically increases the likelihood that people will do it, which is great news if you're designing an app, less great if you're designing a human being, because after 20 years of one-click checkouts, autoplay and instant everything, we have started treating normal waiting like a software defect. And the irony? We built systems to save time, and now waiting 10 seconds feels like time theft. We eliminated inconvenience and made inconvenience feel like insult. And here's the final issue. Real life still buffers. Obviously, people still take time to reply. Things still require effort. That did not change. Not everything has a loading animation with progress optimization. So now reality feels slightly off. Not broken, just not optimized. And that gap between expectation and reality is where modern frustration lies. We solved so many serious problems that our brains started treating minor inconveniences like emergencies. We conquered distance, we conquered speed, we conquered information, and then collectively lost our composure because the elevator stopped on another floor first. And maybe that's why modern frustration feels so strange. Because we are not angry at big things anymore. We are angry at tiny things that remind us the world still has limits. The spinning wheel, the delayed reply, the package that's arriving tomorrow instead of today, the microwave with 12 seconds left. Somewhere along the way, convenience stopped feeling like a privilege and started feeling like the natural state of the universe. So when reality occasionally reminds us that things take time, it feels less like waiting and more like a violation of the agreement. Which is funny because reality never signed that agreement. We did, with apps. And while we're talking about modern problems, if you've ever wondered why it feels like every hobby nowadays needs to become a side hustle, a personal brand, or a business, I made a video about that, which is either a social commentary or a warning. But that's for you to decide. Anyways, thanks for watching.